Alright, I'm back. So I've played a few games, I've mostly played a few practice games and I just played an online game. And overall I'm liking it. I think all the differences from Hearthstone's Battlegrounds is that a lot of the characters have many different types instead of mostly having just one. Which makes it so there's a lot of different builds that you can go for. And obviously I haven't seen all of the different heroes either. So like mixing those things can make some quite interesting builds. For the looks of it at least. And then obviously you also have the items, which I have probably not seen all of them either. So it seems quite interesting. Hey, shops. Oh, that could be interesting. I'll take this one. This one is really good. I know I've played already with this one, filmed it at least, and but I think it is pretty good. Anyways, you can see that it's quite slow to actually get dust. I feel like probably you gain less dust in practice mode than in online. That we'll see. Last online game I actually did not do so well. Finished I think 5th. So we'll see how it does. And for now I've had some interesting builds. I've had princesses and prince builds, which worked kind of well. And I've had dwarves, which worked pretty well as well, like a full dwarf thing. So I'm gonna try. And then there's a build, I'm gonna try to go for dwarves as well. And there's another build that actually worked, that I'm interested in doing it, I've not managed to do it, which is one card. That it's like the puff buffs, I think they're called. And it's like very specific, so it only has that type, like it's just a puff buff type, and there's no other puff buff in the whole game. The only thing is, whenever they die, they increase +1/+1 to all puff buffs that you have, independently of where they are, independently of everything, which seems quite interesting. I'll just give it to him. And they even give it to themselves. So I feel like it seems like a very clear build, as if you can have multiple of them, then they just keep improving themselves, like during the brawl and outside the brawl, and just massive benefits all over. And I'm really interested in doing that, to at least trying it. The problem with it is that you only get it, it's like a tier 4 character. So it's like it takes a while until you actually get to the point where you can actually buy it. So then you kind of still have to have a decent build by then in order to survive. Alright, but dwarves are kind of simple. Here I can do this, which seems a little bit better. Transform a good character into a new random evil character. Nah. Not interested. I'm going full on dwarves. I haven't actually done many quests. I feel like they end up being a bit too complicated. Or too specific, because you get this is an interesting card as well. So this card is pretty good for the cost. The problem is if it dies, it just doesn't come back. So it's kind of like a risk reward. It's usually a pretty good card to get at the beginning. But yeah. I mean, other than that, there is some like polishing and some stuff, especially compared to Hearthstone, right? I mean, obviously it is. This is a lot smaller company, so it makes sense. But like here, you can see the background is actually like fully static. There's no like interactions at all. Obviously, that in Hearthstone is always kind of fun. Here I can get 2 if I sold one. No, I'm just gonna keep them. And well, that's always something that could be added later on. It does feel like a bit more work could be done. Another thing is some feedback in terms of what is happening. Sometimes it's missing. I had a hero before that would give me. It can probably happen. It will probably happen here as well, because it gives +2/+1 to all characters, right? And I feel like every time there's like an item or something that gives bonuses to all characters, it only shows the visual on one. So I think there's still a bit of work to be done in terms of giving player feedback of what exactly is happening. And there's still some mechanics that I have not figured out, and I'm still confused as to why it happens. For example, let me see if I see it. So this cat summons another cat, right? A 1/1 cat. But I've had times where it just summons multiple, and I'm not exactly sure of why that happens. So here it gives this one gets +3/3 with his treasure, and obviously I don't have any, but I have 2 doubles, so I'm technically close to having one. And there's no point in using this. So. Plus it kind of goes well with this as well, with my ability. But yeah, overall it's quite interesting. Yeah, like I said before, because of most characters have multiple types, so this evil and animal, which are 2 different types, it allows, and this was a good plus a mage, and so on. This is good animal. There's so many like builds and interaction synergies that not only apply to one thing, but might apply to good plus animal, which it kind of doubles the thing, and it makes it so there's a lot more possibilities, and I feel like that's quite interesting. Obviously, a big part of the longevity of this as well is having some changes every once in a while. You know, having new characters popping up, having new types appearing, and maybe some switches, because you can't just add a lot to it. You have to kind of still balance it, so like remove maybe a little bit and then bring something back and so on. But that's like a kind of long-term stuff. Alright, so I'm going for dwarves, really. I'll give it to him. I can't do it. Dwarfs. This is like quite interesting. Don't have it though. And then there's some spells which also allow you to change the type of character, spells and like treasures. So then there's even more possibilities, in the sense that even if there's a card that was supposed to be like a good monster, that you can change it to like an evil monster, and then have that trigger with other interesting things, which makes it quite interesting. And you can also not only go for like builds that build upon like types as an evil monster or so on, but you can also have builds that trigger on like last gasps, last breaths, or support, or like slay, which is when you kill something you get a bonus. So you can have all these types of things. So I've been quite interested. It seems pretty good. There's still like a lot to explore, of course, for me. Like I haven't played enough to play all the builds and so on. So there's interesting. All right, first triple finally. Your characters have +1 health. That's pretty good. Your level 3 and lower characters have +1/+1. Next time you pick a treasure you chose are 1 level higher. That's not bad. I'll stick with that, because I think they're all lower for now, at least. This one is very good. So this one, you'll see, this one gives bonuses, and because I have these 2 down here, I can put it here and it gets super strong. And even like permanent stuff, which would give like +2/+1, in this case it would give +4/+2, which makes it very strong. And yeah, all right. And then here you can see this one has a slay, and then obviously if you have other things, then it could trigger multiple times, could have double effect or things like that, which this guy can become super strong. Here's allowed. We reached level 4, and you'll see potentially we'll find the Puff Puff. And it's not, if you have a free space, it's not necessarily bad to have one. Just because I feel like as soon as you have multiple, it would become strong so fast that it's always worth it to at least try it. And because it helps itself, so it's like it improves itself, then there's no reason to not have one if you have a free space at least. Alright, let's see. We're doing decently well. Like I said, I have played dwarves before as well, and it worked very well. It's one of those like easy builds where it's like, oh, you see a dwarf, you buy it, kind of thing. There's not that much thinking. I feel like there's probably builds that are better, but like require more thinking. Like here, like this is a dwarf, so I just get it. I would like to get this guy tripled. I'm gonna just change it so that improves everyone and not just plus it does the same. Give your characters +2 attack now, fine. Give an evil character, so specifically, do you have an evil dwarf? I do not. Give a good character, don't have a good character either. Alright, there you go. Well, just lock it. So you have these mechanics, which is the same as in Hearthstone. And the time seems to be quite okay. Honestly, like this game and the previous game I've played online, I haven't had that many issues with it. You get more fluid over the more you play, of course, because you know the cards, you know what you're looking for, etc. But yeah, definitely like not having everything like the background super static is a bit. Just like simple animations would go a long way. You know, having the owl actually move a little bit, having maybe the tree sway a little bit, say for the frog, and then the shopkeeper is just like there. Alright. Yeah, we are doing pretty well. I mean, this guy hasn't lost once yet. So that's not very good. He's level 5, which is interesting. Alright, 2 of those. I need a few more. Guess on a spell. That's good. Going through help with 1 XP. So this is the other difference as well. There is no way to actually. I'm gonna do it. There is no way to actually like pay to level up. The only way is to actually some spells and some cards might potentially give you XP as well. Ooh, this is good. Could also sell something, but there's really nothing I want to sell. I really need to start getting those triples going. Because, well, they give me treasures, which trigger this ability, which also improve this guy. So I really have to start getting them. Otherwise, I'll start falling behind. But yeah, no puff puffs out of beer yet. That's definitely something I have to do at some point. Like having a full puff puff build. So the times that I have found them, I've found maybe 1. Which is maybe the thing that they're actually pretty rare, making it so that it's actually quite hard to have multiple of them. Because I mean, it would be very, very strong. So it is a last breath ability, so potentially, if you have some other character that would make it so that last breath's triggered twice or something, it would, with 1 it would be enough. But we'll have to see. Okay, I'm not gonna make it through this, which is fine. I really need to start getting those triples going. There you go. Perfect. Your animals, nope. Next time you pick your characters have plus. I'll go for this one. Good, I am decently close to having more triples. I have this guy tripled already. Just to run, this one is not that good. Not necessarily what I'm looking for. It's not dwarf. Well, not being very lucky with the draws. I have three cars that are close to leveling up to getting a triple. So we'll see what happens. I'm 4th right now. Should be alright. There's 2 of them who are pretty close to dying. Yeah, they're starting to have like a lot of health, which I don't. Yeah. Another build that I played as well was with the Rangers. So Rangers is, you saw her, she just, you know, throws without actually attacking, so she doesn't lose health when attacking, she only lose health when being attacked, which makes them pretty strong. Could be interesting. I really need reduce a random enemy's health to 1, that's not bad. But I really need those triples, man. Where are they? You can see here you can change the type of a character. Again, I'm not extremely good obviously at this game, so I might be skipping cards as things that could actually be useful. Come on. Oh, this guy's good. This guy's very good. Definitely need it. Give a good character. Is he a good no? Well, never mind then. But yeah, that guy's extremely good. And once I get the triple for this guy, then it turns to 1, and then that one's good enough. And what was it? Was it if he survives? So I'll put it last, I guess. Yeah, like 45, 35. That's like amazing. I am not at that point at all. This guy is like, look at these numbers. Like nothing compared to what I have. Anyway, so like when I survive damage, okay, that's a lot better. Alright, give me a triple. I mean, I'm gonna remove this guy. We'll put it here. Actually, I should move this here so that he actually gets like the 4/4 from that. This one is not that good. There's actually better ones. I can potentially find it. I really need. Come on. I am being very unlucky here. There you go. This guy's not tripled as well. Okay, perfect. So I got these 2 as well. Alright, let's see. Okay, I'm attacking. I'm playing against someone who's dead. So potentially this one could be good. And again, this one, if it triggers, this guy duplicates it. So this guy tends to become super strong. There you go. There you go. That's some good stuff. There you go, that's some good stuff. Alright, let's see if I'm lucky now. I really, really need it. Alright, so that's one thing. When an enemy character dies, give your characters this. Well, that's not bad. Your characters with flay attack twice. See, this is quite interesting as well. I'm gonna take this one. Time you buy a character, upgrade it and destroy it. Yeah. So I was just gonna do this actually. There we go. So now I can technically just switch it with this, and this one I sell it. Ah, there you go. You see, that's one of them. I'm gonna take it because now my hand is full already. My board, but it can get very strong. And the other thing, if you get 3 of them, they don't upgrade, so they just you could have like a full. Oh, I could have gotten 3. That would have been, I mean, 2 of them. Be potentially good. It's better, of course, the earlier you get it. 3. Obviously, they cost 4. But... yeah, that's one guy which is very strong. I might actually do 16 is not that much health. Okay, seems like I might survive. 10, that's still a lot. Next turn I might die. Could have playing copy of a good character, but it's equal. Interesting. 8 though, that's very expensive. So I still want this guy tripled and this guy tripled. And I want the treasures. I really don't have many treasures. Like the treasures I've taken were all consumables. Give a random enemy this brawl. Could be interesting. I don't really think I'm gonna get anywhere with this, but I'll take it. We'll see. I am playing now against the strongest guy, which has not lost any match yet. So I mean, I'll probably die. That's the most expected thing, because they're all super strong. So what's this guy's power? When you roll, give a random character a shot by attacking health equal to your level. Okay. Yeah, now I'm dead. There's no way I'm winning this. Yeah, chance 17 as well. So. Alright, well, I mean, we weren't that lucky with the draws. It worked out. There's still, I think, one level 6 dwarf, which is pretty strong, that I could have gotten. I still got 3rd place, meaning that I still get some rating and a bunch of dust, which is nice. Yeah. I mean, overall, the game's good. I think the presentation overall could be improved, the feedback as well. Just a little bit everything. It also missing, you know, maybe voice lines from the minions and the characters. Same with the shopkeeper, right? It's very funny when like you're already like following the step of Hearthstone, so kind of try to also have like the same vibe, the same tone to it. So yeah, I mean, I would, if you can, obviously I feel like it would, having less static backgrounds even in the menu as well, and having a little bit more feedback, voice lines and all those kind of things. Like interactions with the background is not necessary. It's fun, but it's not really necessary. I think it's just adding a little bit more stuff happening, and especially improving a little bit the feedback. Like I said, that sometimes whenever things trigger to multiple characters, it only shows on one. So having this kind of feedback better explained could be interesting. And yeah, I mean, overall, it's interesting. Obviously, it's a very early access. It's just released, so there's still a long way to go. But I look forward to what it becomes of it. So alright, well, thanks for watching, and see you next time.